Why is nobody creating a burger that's a bun-less burger? Like, we'll go to... What was it that you were going to talk about? We buy a burger.
I've been to Five Guys before.
Okay.
And then I told them that I wanted without the bread.
Yeah.
And so then I still end up paying the $12, $13.
Correct.
And I'm like, what? I was like, so you can't customize it to give me just a beef patty with the cheese, lettuce, tomato?
And that's everywhere, though, because cuando tú vas, por ejemplo, para Burger King... Well, thank you for once again being here in another episode of the He Said, She Said podcast. I'm your co-host, your Puerto Rican brother from another mother, G-Man, and also my lovely wife.
Don't stutter. Lady G's in the house.
Why would I stutter? There's no reason to stutter. You are my girl. Anyway, big shout out. We're going to go ahead and right off the rip, thanks to our sponsors, Alpha Medicine and Rehab. So if you get into a car accident, please make sure you guys go check them out. They're sponsored this podcast. And, you know, I was actually talking today. I was interviewing Leo, which he is the director of, what is it that he does? Physical therapy, right?
Yeah.
And, he calls it PIP. But anyway, the whole point is that, man, these people really got passion for what they do. And I really told them, I said, you know what? Thank you so much for sharing that, because they really want to do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because there's money in that industry. And he said, you know, people can do a lot of shady things in order to get money. We don't want to do that. We want to do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. And that's the reason why I like being partners with them.
Yes.
Because I want to be a person, and we always talk about this, that we want to be people of integrity.
Yes.
Right?
And they have a pulse on the community. So they have their finger on it. They're connected to the community on many levels, and they pride themselves off of that.
Correct. And
as they should.
Yes. And I appreciate to be able to be part of that, because it makes me feel like I'm doing something right by partnering with them. So if you guys get into a car accident, please make sure you guys, you know, check out Alpha Medicine and Rehab. Trust me, you guys are going to feel very safe working with them.
You're going to be in good hands. Not only that, they have a location in so many different areas. Let us know the location you're looking for, and we'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah, you know, send us a DM. We're here to help, and, you know, we want you to be back to health in no time. They can definitely help you out. So let us know if you're in a car accident, a loved one, a friend, and we'll go ahead and refer you to one of their offices. Also, we want to send a big shout out to Miramar Pools, man, because obviously they do the pools, they do them right.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're getting now into we're not in spring yet, right? But
spring break is around the corner.
So
I showed you the dates in case you want to get to planning. What happened?
Always want to spend money, yo. Always want to spend money.
You good? You okay?
I'm okay, but your birthday is gone.
Yeah. It is gone.
Okay, so no more.
And now this week is our daughter's birthday.
Yes, and we're doing a nice little pool party. So,
for
you know, those
weekend.
are things that you, like when you have a pool, those are the things that you could definitely do, right?
Yes.
And so if you're thinking about, you know, that you've been wanting a pool, you've been wanting the right pool, you guys got to get with them, because the great thing I like about them is that they customize it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not like we only do these type of 8 different pools or whatever. No, they do.
They bring your dream into a reality.
That's it. They build.
You know, and if you love to entertain at home and you want to be able to do that on another level, that's where we're at. You're able to do that.
So make sure you check them out.
Yes.
So we had an amazing Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
I want to talk about that right off the rip.
I call it the Tampa getaway.
Yes, we did a real one-night little getaway. So thank you so much.
Ooh, Hard Rock.
To the Hard Rock Cafe in Tampa.
Yeah.
They hosted us, and I was just so blown away. Number one, by the hospitality of everybody in there.
Everybody.
You know, you go there, you're so much entertainment in one place.
Yes, and we're not huge casino people. Like, per se.
Yes,
Like
yes,
we've
and that's
been
the
to
thing.
Vegas a couple of
Yes.
times, but we're not like really experienced when it comes to that.
Yes.
But anybody that came over to help us, were they not the nicest people?
They were
And they
great.
explained everything so well, and we understood what was going on, and
Yes.
and so it gave me all the pleasure in the world to leave them my money.
Well, the thing, well, the thing is, like, even if you are like, you gotta don't think about, but I don't go to the casinos because I don't like to spend money in the casinos.
Yeah.
It's not about that.
No.
It's not about that. It's there because it's a casino, but there is so much to do. Like they have concerts every weekend.
Yep.
They have pools,
Latin nights on Thursday.
beautiful restaurants, and they are good.
Yes.
So, like, even if you're trying to go get a bite to eat and you in the Tampa area, go stop in real quick at one of the restaurants. I mean, it's just, it was a great getaway. And what I loved about it is like we literally just went for one day, right? Thursday to Friday. We left here Friday afternoon. So we were just Friday night there.
Yeah.
And we left Friday. I'm confusing my days.
Thursday.
We left Thursday afternoon. We were there just for the evening. We left early on Friday, but it felt like I was there for the weekend.
It did. And let me talk about my favorite part was how good my drinks were. Everywhere I went, I got a good drink.
Yeah.
So it was really on point. Like they pay close attention to detail, which is what I like.
Yes.
So I felt like I was understood. You know what I mean? It
and
was
it's
good.
like, and even at the bar, like there's so many people, but they're serving drinks really quickly, so you don't feel like you're just waiting there forever. Like they're really quick. But so if you guys are in the Tampa area or surrounding areas, take your girlfriend out, take your wife out, take your man out, ladies. Just go one night, stay there. Which, by the way, this hotel was
amazing. Yes,
I slept like a baby in that king size bed. I'm telling you
the
right now.
shower, everything, the bathroom, getting ready. I took like over an hour to get ready in the morning. You were like, it was too long.
Yeah,
you took too long to get ready.
That's not their fault. That's your fault.
I know, but it was a nice bathroom.
So look, if you're planning, you're out of state, you're planning a little weekend getaway, a week getaway, definitely check out the Hard Rock. If you are in the Tampa area or surrounding areas, South Florida, Central Florida, go have a little staycation.
That's right.
In a place like the Hard Rock. I mean, first of all, it's the Hard Rock, right? It's a place that's known. And it's known for a reason. We got to experience that. We want you guys to experience that. So make sure you guys go check it out.
Let us know what you think. Once you do that, send us a message, reply on here, leave a comment, and let us know.
For sure.
We want to know.
Yeah, definitely go ahead and do that. So other than that, Lady G, talk to me. What is going on?
Baby, I saw Elvis Crespo. Lo vi, lo toqué.
That's the whole point. We went over there because we wanted to go see Elvis Crespo en un concierto y tú se lo querías tocar. El pelo.
I was starstruck. I was like, oh my God.
Number one, I'm going to tell you this, though. He was great.
He put on a show. Yes.
Well, on the meet and greet, he was great.
Yes, he was.
Everybody
he came with that energy. Like, he matched our energy.
Well,
100.
He matched our energy, right? Because we went in there like, yo, we're ready to have fun with that. But I love that and I love when artists do this, right? I felt proud to say, man, that he's a great guy because everybody, he made everyone there feel special.
Yeah, like they were alone with him.
He wasn't trying to, number one, rush you. He's like, he's asking, hey, ¿cómo tú te llamas? ¿De dónde tú eres? Like, and he was smiling, taking great pictures with people. And even though it was a little fast, right? Because they're like, oh, this is artist, and the people at the Hard Rock are trying to make sure that he gets to the dressing room because he has to get ready for the show. He just made you feel, like you said, starstruck, right? Because it's like, oh my God, I met him. He gave you a good experience.
He did.
And that's what I liked about it.
Yes, yeah.
You know?
53 years old, you know, and
Papi, el tipo se mueve.
I was just gonna say, yeah, casi le está comiendo los dulces a Chayanne. Casi.
Bueno, no, pero Chayanne.
Pero Chayanne baila.
No, pero Chayanne es más adulto también.
56, right?
Chayanne está como en los 70 y pico.
No. You know what? It's over.
Yo creo que Chayanne es como 57 por ahí.
I think so. You're probably right.
Vamos
You're
a ver.
in radio.
How old is Chayanne? Espérate un momentito. Chayanne es
48.
56.
Oh, okay.
No, pero Chayanne también se ve, sabe, el tipo
Yes.
se mueve bien.
That was in December. Cheyenne was in December, but this was
Yeah.
really nice and I really enjoyed it. This was
Yeah.
a good show.
And you know what? I'm glad, like, not, you know, like, I know we already talked about the hard rock, but I love that they're bringing Spanish artists,
Yes.
you know? Because, I mean, who's not going to go see?
There's a lot of
It was sold
Spanish
out,
people
too.
that live in Tampa. So
Seguro, and it was sold out show.
yes.
It was real good, you know? So it was great and all that stuff. ¿Qué más hicimos? ¿Qué más está pasando? Estoy tratando de pensar qué es lo que ha pasado.
Well, we went to
Porque nosotros hicimos este podcast porque ya mañana es Tuesday. And we want to make sure that on Tuesday everybody gets a podcast that you can watch.
Oh, I know
And
what we
sometimes
did.
we don't get, like, I didn't get prepared. It was just like, oh my God, we got to do the podcast.
Yes,
Se me olvida
yes.
prepararme.
Yeah, so
Que no es bueno.
we went to iHeart and we were on the Joe show.
The Joe Show, hicimos eso.
And that was amazing because they were waiting for us. Like right when we walked in, it was like perfect timing. They had chairs for us. We sat, answered a couple of questions.
I will say this.
Talked about how we conceived our daughter.
Yes, so we're gonna have a vlog it's gonna be out this week.
Yeah.
So go check it out. Go to Swag Moldovers on TikTok. Go check out the vlog because I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna enjoy it. We are because I'm waiting for them to send me the footage,
The clip.
so I can add it in the podcast. And I want you guys to go check it out because we vlogged when we were in the casino and all of that good stuff. So you know, and again, this is happening in less than 24 hours.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
It was so good. It
That's
was
what I'm
so
saying.
good.
Look, go out, bro. Like, go enjoy.
Yes.
Play different parts of Florida, you know, and just go and enjoy that, you know. And it's good to, like, take that time out because I feel like sometimes we get so busy with life, you know, and we forget to have fun with our spouse.
Yeah.
And even if it's for a day. But
We were able to hit that reset button.
yeah, you know, because you get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
¿Me entiende? And just like a little staycation somewhere. You
Yeah.
know, like there's different like little resorts or even a hotel somewhere next to the water, you know, like and just take that night and just enjoy that. And even
Yeah.
like I felt refreshed back by the time I came back on Friday. I was like, I
it was
literally
great.
felt like it was a whole weekend had gone
Yeah.
by because we had a lot of fun. You know?
It really did.
So it was really good, you know, coming back. Then, you know, we host our little Friday nights with our family.
Yeah.
So we were able to enjoy that. Yeah.
What I liked was that after we did the podcast on the Joe show, we ended up going.
Not a podcast, but the show.
Oh, that's what
It
it
was
is.
a radio show.
Radio
it wasn't
show.
a podcast.
Well, I say iHeart, but was it on iHeart?
Yeah, it was on a radio station,
Yeah.
baby. We went to
Yeah.
a radio station, 93.7
Yes.
FLZ, I think it's called.
But after
In
that,
Tampa.
I'm just really excited because after that, you took me to Cracker Barrel and I had breakfast. And you know, breakfast is my favorite meal,
Yes.
right? But when you go into Cracker Barrel, those of you that have gone into Cracker Barrel and you go to have breakfast or lunch or dinner, when you're leaving and when you're entering in, you have to go through their store. So for sure, I said they're going to have a whole section designated for sugar-free people like me. And so I asked the lady that was stocking up the shelves, and I was like, point me in the right direction. Where's your sugar-free stuff? And
Yeah.
you know what she said to me? We don't have it. She's like, we don't have that.
Bro, that is so like.
So I was like, well, that's exactly how I looked when she said it. I was like,
We were literally talking about this on the way down and, you know, about how stores or restaurants, businesses, they don't cater to people that can't have sugar.
yeah,
People that
I
are
really
diabetic.
sit and ponder and think about it once she said that. I looked around because I was like, it has to be here. Like maybe she's new. She doesn't know where she
No, but
has
they
it.
don't. They just
so
don't
I
have
went
it.
walking around. There was really
there's
nothing
nothing.
there. And I was like, hey,
nothing.
I was like, I really feel like these restaurants and places are like totally missing the mark on a whole big crowd of people.
Yeah.
That because I don't want to feel like I'm 1 in 10. Like I feel like there's a lot of me probably out there that are conscious about sugar.
The thing is, you're right. And the thing is, right, you know, number one, I'm not a huge Cracker Barrel fan. right? Yeah, I'm not.
¿No te gustó?
No, que no me gustó. Bueno, me comí el desayuno. It was breakfast. It was good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
But
like,
there's other
yo,
places that are
Cracker
better.
Barrel is like when we went to First Watch,
That
blew
blew
my
you
mind
out the water.
because I
yes.
was not we're not going to get into that, right? But
No,
anyway,
no.
when we went to, what happened was that we went into First Watch a long time ago and I asked for bacon and they gave me this bacon with all the sugar on the
Brown
bacon.
sugar at that.
And I was like, bro, like, how are you? Because everybody's like, oh, First Watch is so healthy. They can do healthy
Avocado
stuff.
toast.
Avocado toast. I was like, you know what? And that's the thing. It got me mad that they just gave me like this very sugary bacon.
Yeah.
So I never
The
went
$1
back.
million bacon or
Yeah,
something.
and I never went back because I was
Yeah.
like, nah,
That was years ago.
correct. So I went back and I was like, it was amazing. But anyway, going back to what we were talking about, my challenge is like, por ejemplo, Cracker Barrel, eso, ahí van un montón de viejos. A lot of old people go there.
What's your point, babe?
That a lot of
Also,
these
they
old
should.
people.
So they should cater to the health part.
Yes, because these guys, there's a lot of old those people. A lot when you get older, the probabilities of you getting diabetes is high.
Higher. Yeah.
Because a lot of people get diabetes. So you have all these old people there. Probably half of them, or 70% of them, have diabetes.
or high blood pressure. Or
high blood pressure,
else.
and nobody is. Yo, I will tell you right now. Listen to me, if you're an investor. If you make a restaurant and you put in the menu a
low
section,
carb, keto friendly,
yes,
a la
no
carte
sugar.
burger and wings or something like
Oh,
that.
that's another thing we gotta talk about. But hold on, I won't get too ahead of myself. If you put that stuff in there, you are gonna make money. You are missing out on money.
Mm-hmm.
¿Me entiendes? Because like nobody caters to people that have diabetes. And there's a lot of people with diabetes in the United States because a lot of people are overweight. And it's like, why is nobody doing this? Why is nobody creating a burger that's a bun-less burger? Like we'll go to, what was it that you were going to talk about? We buy a burger.
I've been to Five Guys before.
Okay.
And then I told them that I wanted without the bread.
Yeah.
And so then I still end up paying the $12, $13.
Correct.
And I'm like,
you're not
what?
even
I was
using
like,
the
so
bun.
you can't customize it to
Yes.
give me just a beef patty with the cheese, lettuce,
And that's
tomato?
everywhere though, because cuando tú vas, por ejemplo, para Burger King y tú pides, let me get a Whopper with no bun, you're still paying for the Whopper. Are you or are you not?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
you're paying-
often do it for stuff like that.
Pero
you
que
know.
digo que para mí, if you are going to a place and they have a burger for sale, but because you have diabetes or some type of issue, you can't have the bread.
Yeah.
They're still going to charge you for the bread. Like there's not, you know what I'm saying? They should remove that. That's what I'm saying, that they should have a special menu.
Yes.
Or in the menu have a special section for a healthier version of the burger or a healthier menu. Because people need to be healthy. And it's like we'll go places where, like, let's say we'll go have a drink somewhere and you want a mojito. The mojito has sugar. Like it doesn't have it has
They're
sugar.
not flexible to make it without it
Correct,
or to
but they don't
learn
have
how to do
they
it.
don't have a different, oh yeah, we have this sugarless mojito or something like that, or so you guys got to really, really be careful if you have diabetes when you go to places, because one time when we went to another store and we wanted ice cream and it was no sugar added ice cream.
Yeah.
Somebody might think, oh, it's sugar free. No, it's not sugar free.
You were the first one to point that out. You were like,
Yes.
look at what it says.
Yes,
You're like, no
it's
sugar,
sugar
added.
added means
Ain't nobody
that-
telling you it's sugar
Correct.
free
So
here.
if this is ice cream, it has sugar in it, but I didn't add sugar, so it's sugar or no sugar added. So you have to really look at the back of those,
the ingredients
ingredients
or
to
the
know.
list.
To know, because I'm gonna tell you right now, man. And it's sad to
And
know
they could get
that-
away with that stuff. That's the thing.
and that's a problem. They can get away with it because they'll sell it to you like it's healthy, and it's not.
And it's not.
And I just feel bad that nobody has really decided, oh, you know what? I'm going to make a restaurant that is healthy, that is a real healthy restaurant. Instead of giving you just pancakes, we're going to give you protein pancakes. You know, if we're gonna give you, you know, this type of meal, you know, you get the bread or you get the burger, you get either keto bread or you don't have to have the bread, and we ain't gonna charge you for the bread if you didn't get the bread. Like, just to tailor that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you who's not missing the mark: Walgreens. When I've been to Walgreens before, I'll check their candy section. They have a whole area, a whole wall display, and it's sugar-free hard candy, sugar-free gummy bears, and they even have sugar-free chocolate. Like, whatever you're looking
sugar-free
for.
gummy bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you have a stash in your drawer next to our bed.
Love it.
And you be chomping on your gummy bears late at night.
Yes, I love it.
I hope Michael's not watching this, but Michael, come get this boy right here, because he loves them gummy bears. But they do. They have them sugar free.
Yeah, I just feel like I just wish that somebody would. I just don't know why they don't do it, bro. It gets me more upset that nobody
is not being
that
done.
is not being, you know, tailored, or nobody's like really acting up on that. Like, everybody's like just trying to stuff you with sugar down your throat, and it's like, why, bro?
Well, because
don't
I feel
understand.
like the longer they keep you sick, right? Because sugar they've done some testing before. Sugar feeds cancer. And so when you go to a doctor and they see that sugar is probably an addiction for you, they start with the words like in moderation. So how do you feel about moderation? How do you feel about that? Moderation. That's permission for you to go out there and have whatever you want.
But don't eat a lot of it. But the problem is that, I'm gonna be honest, when you tell somebody in moderation, we are not gonna think of moderation.
No, that's giving me the green light to go
to
ham
do it.
on whatever I
Correct.
want.
So, well, we'll say, I'm gonna eat an apple, it's fine. Or, I'm gonna get 2 bananas, it's fine. Like, it's just,
I'm gonna eat the Snickers candy bar just for
it's just
right
only
now.
one,
Then
and I'm gonna be
Monday I'm
fine.
gonna do it again. Then Tuesday maybe.
Correct. So, it does give you permission, because you're not, instead of saying, look, you cannot have sugar. You have to
you are
try
allergic
to
to sugar.
eliminate sugar. And that's the problem, because sugar becomes the poison to your body, right?
Yeah.
So, like, and I can understand the moderation part, right? I can understand it in some capacity, right? Because, like, I will say this, like, you are very unique. Like, you're a person that you are very detailed with what you eat, how you eat it. You'll annotate what you ate. You check your sugar. You are very on top of your stuff. So with someone like you, I can understand moderation because you understand moderation. You understand what I'm saying? So I will be able to say, yeah, I guess you could do in moderation, because you will be the one to say,
Say no to myself.
no, I'm not going to do that. Why? Because a few days ago I had this little piece of cake, and I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have that this week.
Yeah, or I had the breaded mozzarella.
Correct. So I
cheese
can
sticks or
understand, and
whatever.
that's the problem. I think that doctors think that everybody has that willpower. Nobody got no goddamn willpower, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and it's also a lot of people, I think, that rely on the insulin because, and again, I don't know, you correct me, you're the expert because you do a lot of research. I think that people will rely on insulin just because they want to continue the habits that they have of eating.
Of having
so
the
instead
carbs.
So instead of changing my habits, give me the antidote that lets me continue eat what I want.
Well, people often say to me, well, I don't physically have white sugar in my coffee. I don't do spoons of sugar in my coffee. But whatever carbs you're eating are turning into sugar in your body.
So like you say, for instance, so if they say, I don't put sugar, but I'm eating a donut with my coffee.
Or, you know, I'm going to have potatoes or sweet potato, loaded potato, French fries, starches that are going to turn into sugar.
Correct.
Right? Like a high carb diet. Well, or have a lot of bread, right? When they put bread down on the table and you eat it because you're hungry and you're waiting for your meal.
Yes.
Then there you have it. That all that is turning into sugar.
Yeah.
So then it could be a problem.
Yeah, because you're thinking, because I'm not using sugar
I'm not using
in my
the
coffee.
white stuff. Yeah, and I'm not putting it.
Yeah. So, okay, let me see. When you say the white stuff, what about brown sugar? Brown sugar is still sugar,
It
right?
is, yeah. And so is
So,
honey. Honey is still sweet, so
oh
honey
yeah,
will
no,
raise my
and
sugar.
that's a
But a
problem
lot
too.
of
Like,
people say organic honey. I've seen sugar-free honey, but like, how do you make honey sugar-free? I don't really know.
yeah, that has to be more of like a, scientific
Yeah, so I don't
thing to
know.
it that I will not know.
Hmm.
But the problem is that there are things that they say is sugar free, and when you go look at the bag, it has the dextrose stuff that
Yeah,
you
or
you
maltodextro.
correct. So that's sugar, right? So
Yes,
maybe those sugar free honey, when you go to the back, it still has those
something in
ingredients
there.
that because it's still honey, right? So I'm thinking that might be it. Or when people say, you know, I'm gonna eat ham, but it's honey ham that has
Yeah.
sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sausage links, right? People sausage links and breakfast are amazing,
Yeah, but they're
especially
cured in sugar,
but
so
they're
they
cured in
last
sugar.
longer.
Correct. And now all of a sudden you're still eating sugar. So you think you're having a healthy meal, you're still having sugar in your stuff. So be careful with the sugar, guys. I'm telling you right now. So, like, look, if you're young, this is probably not going to affect you. Right?
No,
Sugar is really not going to affect you, but it will catch up to you.
eventually,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And like you said, if sugar, if cancer feeds off sugar, and maybe you have cells in your body,
Precancerous cells.
precancerous
Then you're
cells,
feeding it with your
then you're
diet.
feeding it with the diet and it's getting stronger.
Yes.
So you have to also, so how do you figure that out? How do you know that you have those cancer cells in there?
Well, there's tests
Is
that
there,
you can do that
okay,
say the BRCA test that'll tell you if you're predisposed and to what type of
correct,
cancer you can get. Like if
correct.
it's runs in the family and you've had it at a young age, then they can do that test.
Got it.
I've had the test done twice, but then the insurance has denied paying for it.
Yo, and that's
So,
crazy,
and my
bro.
mom had cancer, my grandmother and my aunt.
See what I'm saying?
But
Like,
they
and they
said
should,
that they
what?
weren't young enough. They were already older. So they said that it doesn't cover.
What do you mean?
When they had the cancer, they were already old. My aunt was 50.
Wow.
My mom
This insurance
and
people
my
are
grandmother were in
crazy.
their 60, like 66.
See, and that's the problem that I hate. Like, you were like, insurance is oh my God, bro. They're a scam, bro. They're a scam.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. If your mom had cancer, your grandmother had cancer, but damn, you should qualify to get this test.
That's right. And my doctors are asking for it. But then, and
they
then
don't wanna
the
pay for it.
insurance is saying, well, you can have it, but you got to pay $1,800. And I'm like,
That's
well, I'm not going to pay
insane.
$1,800 for that.
That's insane. And all that because they don't want to pay it. So they'll disqualify you by saying, oh, she wasn't young when she had it. You are still young. Bro, but that's the whole point. I
Yep.
want to know if I have the cells because then if you're eating the sugar, you're feeding those cells or you're feeding the cancer that can definitely, that can grow and become cancer.
That could become something else. Yep.
And it's like, and
And
so
how
instead
much
of,
money would you say has gone into cancer research? Like so much,
I mean,
right?
I don't know. I'm
like
guessing
so
yes.
much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you would think that we'd be more advanced than what we are now.
Yeah.
But it seems like we're still in the same spot.
I don't see, but that's the thing. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist when it comes to talking about this, but I can't believe. Like, here we are healing people from like, Elon Musk got this chip that people can put in their brain and they're in the development that can bring eyesight to the blind. It can make somebody hear again, those are miracles. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we are advanced enough to do that. We are advanced enough to go to Mars or to be able to make a trip to the moon again, but we had the pandemic and they were able to have injections that can protect us from these diseases. Are you going to tell me there is nothing, no cure for cancer? I highly doubt it. Because I think that there's just a lot of money to be made when you have, because now you need chemo, right?
Yeah.
So there's just going to be, how much is a round of chemotherapy? Let's say you don't even have insurance. If you have insurance, that's just money, right? That they're going to make. So I just feel like maybe, just maybe, there's something behind the curtain that nobody wants to pull out. Because if we show it to the world, we're going to see something ugly. And it's people playing with people's lives to enrich their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that that's what's going on.
That's the case. Yeah, you're
But
not saying that's the
is
case.
but that is a possibility.
Yeah.
If there is not a cure for cancer, explain to us how there cannot be a cure, right? Because a scientist can say, well, look, let me break down to you what a antidote or an injection that could how would that be made? And this is the reason why we haven't made it, is because this that, right?
Yeah.
Explain it to us. Can you break it down to me, like why I shouldn't think like that, because maybe there's not a cancer thing. But my thing is, when I see all these things that science has been able to do, but you can't do this, it's like, just I'm able to question that. You know what I'm saying?
True. I know some people say to me, like when I talk to them about losing the 45, 50 pounds and the progress I've made with my type 2 diabetes. And then they're like, so how do you do it? Like, I don't know how you do that. Like, you have young kids, you're a school teacher, you're young yourself. Like, how is it that you deny yourself so many things? And I'm like, it's very easy. When your life depends on it, you just do it because you do it.
Correct. Because your life depends on it.
Because your life depends on it.
And
I don't want to be sick for you guys, or for you guys to have to be burdened by taking care of me. I don't want things to get worse and for me to be on more medication. So I want to be responsible with what I have. I don't want to be reckless.
Yeah.
So, that doesn't mean that I still don't like to have a couple of drinks here and there and enjoy myself. But I'm doing everything responsibly. Like you said, annotating, checking my sugars.
And that's why I say that
going to my appointments.
You could do things in moderation, because you are really paying attention.
Well, you're monitoring, you're reading, educating,
correct,
asking questions. Correct. Like my doctors know, like you go into my portal now and there's questions in there to my doctor, because I'm like, hey, what's next for us? I know I'm doing my thyroid check in April, but what do I do in the meantime? What do you need me to do? Should I be checking my sugar? Should I be doing this? Like, what do we do next? So I'm holding them accountable. Don't just take my copay and run.
Well, the thing is, too, I think that you have to be
proactive.
You have to be involved. You have to understand, because I'm going to be honest, bro. And again, I'm not trying to get into the conspiracy theories bullshit here, but it's just the truth. I don't feel that doctors want you to get better. When it comes to diseases, there's more profit in pills, giving you pills, getting you sick, and like, this pill gives you this side effect, that side effect, this side effect.
So then you need another pill to counteract with this.
Side effect, this side effect. And it's like, and again, if that's not the case, can somebody explain why? Like, why do you need this or this and this pill and that pill? And the older you get, you got like 80 freaking pills. Like, why are we doing that? There's really not a way. So what I think is, like, you have to really be proactive. So like that, what works for you, right? And what doesn't work for you. And say, what? Well, I'm not going to take this pill, because when I take this pill, this happens to my body, because, I know you're trying to, I don't know, fight this or fight that, but then you have all these side effects.
I know for me, I've shared with you in the past, like when we say, oh, we're going to go to Chili's for dinner, Longhorn for dinner, while we're driving there or getting ready to go there, I'll go through YouTube and I'll type in low carb options at Longhorn. Or Chili's or whatever. And it'll come up with videos of what other people have ordered and how easy it is to order low carb and stay within your parameters so that you could eat healthy options.
Because like you love chicken wings, but you be like, I want plain chicken wings.
Yep, naked all the way, and then give me ranch and blue cheese, and I control how much ranch and blue cheese I put on it.
You know what? There's one thing that you don't control.
What?
Well, actually, there's another thing I'm going to say that you do control more than anything. Because you always want flats.
Yeah.
You don't never want drums.
No. But I'll eat them if I get them. Yeah. You want wings now?
Yeah. Let's get wings.
Yes.
No, but I do feel like people need to
Be informed. Yeah.
take your life, take your health seriously.
Well,
when you get
we
older.
know because way too many people that we know online or different parts, like that comedian that passed away early on, but he looked healthy on the outside. Who was he? Was he a comedian or he did an interview?
No, you're talking about Irv Gotti.
Yes.
He's a producer.
A producer.
Yeah,
Yes.
so and it was
But he
sad
did
to
an
hear him
interview.
talk.
Yeah.
It was sad to hear him talk, and they asked, "So what is diabetes?" And he said he had it almost all his life. Like since he was teenager or whatever, or had it, and his what came out of his mouth is, "I don't even know what it is." And that that his kids were telling him not to eat this, not to eat that. And he's like, we all gonna die anyway. Like, I'm gonna eat what I want. See, and that's a very
he kind of blew them off and blew off his
correct.
health.
And it's like,
and then it caught up to him.
Correct. Like, but don't look at it like that. I think he was like 56, 53, 56 years old when he passed away.
53, but
something like that.
Really
and it's like,
young.
bro, these are your kids. Like don't you want to live for your kids?
And for your grandkids?
It's very egotistical to say, well, we all gonna die anyway, so I don't care. No, you should care because you have your kids that depend on their dad. They don't want to lose their father.
Right.
Right? So it's like, and it's sad that he just didn't know. And I feel like we need to know, like the information is out there. Let's find out what it is that's, if you're diagnosed with something, find out. Find out what you can do. Find what is it that you could be doing that could be, like you said, feeding, because it could be anything, right? It doesn't have to be just cancer. It could just be, you're diagnosed with something.
Yeah.
Are you maybe eating something that could make it worse? Are you eating something that could help it? Maybe exercise will help a little bit more, whatever the case might be. Like, what can I do? So know the information, learn the information. I mean, and I give you a lot of props, because you are always searching for something. Well, I think you're now more like before. You were like
high and low, searching high and low everywhere.
You were like, and I think you're in a place right now where you can.
Where I'm more laxed.
Yes.
Very lax. Like I'm in a good place, but I've been the best thing I did. Like there was a lot of shame for me when I first became diagnosed, and I didn't want to tell everybody.
Yeah, you didn't want to talk about it.
I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it. I felt like I had let everybody down. Now I think about it, and I'm like, oh my goodness! Like you're involved. The kids are involved with what I could eat. Our family's involved.
Yeah.
We went to Christian and Maybelline's house, and she left the house to go get sugar-free caramel so that they could make me a espresso martini. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, because I don't want anybody like going out of their way for me.
Yeah.
But even friends, we go to their house. Kat and Oscar are another one.
Yes.
We go to their house. They're like, what can you have? They'll have the club soda for me, and they'll be like, Christina, we got your, cranberry zero.
Your
diet cranberry. Zero. We know you can have that. Like they do they educate themselves to figure out what ways they could reach me, or they'll text me in advance. But like, I know you're coming over here. What do you want? What can you get?
Yeah.
So like just being able to be around that, you feel supported. You never, ever, ever feel alone.
Correct.
So, if you're out there and you're dealing with a health crisis, whatever it might be at the moment, then make yourself open to everybody around you. Let them know that you're going through that. Don't take this beast on by yourself, because there's really no need to.
Yeah.
There's no reason why anybody should feel alone.
But also make it known that it's important for you to be healthy.
Yes.
Because if you don't care,
I want
no
to
one's
have
gonna
a
care.
quality of life.
Yes.
I want a quality of life. I want a long, healthy life. Losing my dad when he was 69, that was just too premature. Like, I think about him now, I'm like, man, he would have been having fun with us. We could have had a great time. He would have thought this was a hoot. He would have thought we were crazy kids or whatever. So, like, when you think about stuff like that, I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm going to do whatever. I'm not going down for the count.
Well, you want to be able to live for your kids,
yeah,
right? And live for the experiences of other people, especially like when you're married.
Yes.
And there's, it's just, I just feel like, people really need to step up
and be responsible.
Be responsible with your health. Do the right thing. Don't be ashamed.
Yep. Don't hide, because some people say, I don't believe in doctors. I agree with G-Man. I don't believe in doctors. And
like
I don't want to know. If I don't go, I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, and that's very irresponsible. So what I tell people, because it's not that I don't believe in doctors, because I feel like you need to know something.
Yes.
Right? But once you know, take the initiative to better yourself.
Yes.
Right? And when you educate yourself, when you go to the doctors, you'll know if what they're telling you really need right now, because you can always get a second opinion. You can find a natural doctor, because now you know, okay, there's a challenge. I'm going through a problem right now. I need to try to get through to this. How do I better myself? So when you do your research and now you say, okay, I got this. Now you know where to go. You want to be able to be in control of that.
Yeah.
As much with that with that disease or whatever it is, than just not knowing. Because not knowing is not caring.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, that's gonna, I don't want to continue to live my life like this. Then you're an egotistical person. Mm-hmm. Because you're not thinking of nobody but yourself at that moment.
That's right.
So definitely, I'm not saying that I don't believe in doctors. I just feel like you need to have control. But first, you need to if you get diagnosed with something, go to the doctor. If you don't feel good, go to the doctors, get yourself checked out. And if they say something, say, okay, now let me do some research.
Yeah.
And now there is so much to learn.
Yeah.
Like there's hundreds of millions of cases of people that are probably going through the same thing. And you could now, with ChatGPT and with things like this, very easy information, how to receive the information.
Yes.
You have any questions, go to YouTube. Somebody is talking about it.
TikTok. Brandon said it the other day.
Yeah, TikTok
is full of all the answers he needs.
That's crazy, because that's where he goes.
That's his library.
Yeah, to go and find out about stuff.
Yep.
And it's like, the information is out there. So if you find yourself that you need to know certain things, ask. Somebody is going to help you with but take responsibility. Right?
Yeah. Develop some good habits. Pack your lunch for work and cook at home more often if you can. Like yesterday, you saw me in the kitchen for a little while, and I was pre-prepping for the week ahead.
Yeah.
And making sure. So all I have to do throughout the week is get a veggie and a salad going, but the meat is already pre-done and it's already easy to go.
Or even if you're, like you said, even if you're going out and you're going to a restaurant.
Yeah, to celebrate a birthday or something.
What can I, like you said, what can I have from there that's keto friendly or whatever, and see what other people are doing, and now you can ask for the same thing. Like we never had that before. That's great.
It's crazy to feel empowered. Like when I went to Araceli's job, our daughter Araceli's sushi sake, she said to me, "Mom, the cooks are so good back there. They'll make it exactly what you need. They'll customize it and make it for you. You don't have to worry." So knowing that I could just go over there and just get what I needed, I knew I could enjoy myself.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that if you are in the restaurant business, understanding these little things will be a big deal when you have somebody that's asking you for, I can't have sugar.
Yeah.
And you can help them. I have a great substitute for you. This is sugar-free or whatever it is that you can help. They're going to really feel heard, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to come back because now they can trust you with their lives. I remember one time we ordered a pizza somewhere, and you said, I want
cauliflower
pizza. And they gave you like a regular pizza.
Yeah.
And then your
I told you my sugar went up to the 300s
like
crazy.
And you just screw up, and then
so I called back.
Yes, and you called
back.
back.
And I said I ordered a pizza at lunchtime at 11:30. Can you repeat to me what the pizza was? And they were like,
it's a small pizza.
It was a small pepperoni pizza, regular. And I was like, or personal size. And I was like, what? So a little tiny personal did that to me.
Yeah.
And it was just regular.
And just imagine somebody by mistake that didn't understand, right? Let's just say by mistake. So we're not gonna hate on a person, right? Yeah. By mistake, they were playing with your life.
Yeah. I could have ended up in the hospital. That's what the lady said on the phone.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know they apologized.
Well,
they were
she
like,
came
my God,
here,
I'm so sorry.
she brought back the money that I paid, and she delivered a new cauliflower
pizza.
And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I feel so bad. Like I felt bad that I had called to check.
But that's good.
But
because
she was like, we need this information because this could be life or death.
Yes, so they can help the other people be aware. So like if you're in the food industry, people need to know this stuff. They need to learn these things because you're playing with somebody's health.
Yes.
And you don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine you're okay, everybody's fine. You get a wrong pizza, you're in the hospital, died.
I know.
For a pizza. What? It's like you can't play with your health, man. So, Lady G, I think this was a great podcast.
Well, final words. February.
Yes, go.
2025, last month, made 3 years that I was diagnosed with diabetes type 2. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say to anybody that's out there listening, I just want to speak directly to you and say this is not a life sentence. It's not the end of the world. Get up, take your life back, do what you need to do, and keep moving forward.
That's it.
So don't get stuck in a rut and don't just sit there and don't do anything. And turn to people like you that support family members that need it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you open up to your families,
yes,
they're there for you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't care, then they're not going to care.
That's right.
Because if they don't understand the disease,
yep,
they're not going to understand the disease.
Yeah, so here around this house, we talk about it openly. You know
we
what
know.
I mean?
You're the one that cooks. So
yes,
I think that we are open to understanding. Like you said, you've made it a point where even our other friends understand you and say, well, we are also want to make sure that when you come over, we have stuff that you can have. Because you've made it a point that's important for you.
But I know we're signing off, but let's talk about like what I made for dinner today. So what was on the
Why
are
you testing me? Why do you have to test me?
I could say it. You want me to say it?
Yes.
White rice, because Brandon requested it. So when you have young kids,
I don't know why you gotta test me. Make me look bad.
I asked you if you wanted it, and you were like, "No, I'm good."
I don't want rice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did white rice. I did mashed potatoes, and I did steak with some onions and gravy. And
eso la viste, ¿verdad?
Yeah. It was cube steak. Cube steak. And so, what else did I do? So that was it. Oh, beans. Homemade beans. Kidney beans. They were so delicious.
So I didn't want the rice. I didn't want the carbs.
Yes.
But she did give me some mashed potatoes, so I still got some carbs.
Yeah, so, but it was a limited amount. It was only a little bit, like a taste test. But I know, like, whenever I see that it's been a while, I'll treat the kids to, like, a little something,
Yeah, like, here's some rice for you guys.
Yeah, for anybody that wants it, blah, blah, blah. And so they have the option. Because I know that when you have young kids living at the house, you have to be more open to what they still want, out of you. So, and to me, like, it don't bother me none. I don't want the beans and I don't want the rice or the potatoes.
That's it.
So,
I mean, every time we have a barbecue, you take your little burger patties. She puts ketchup, mustard, onions, relish. She'll have her hot dogs put some
my sugar-free ketchup.
Yeah,
right?
But the ketchup is sugar-free. She'll grab her sauerkraut with her thing, and she's eating it with no bread, and that's every time. And I'm like, yo, she really about that life. She's really about that life. 'Cause I'm not gonna lie, like I don't like to eat bread, but if I'm gonna eat a Big Mac,
if you twist that arm, let me twist your arm. Okay,
I'll take the Big Mac.
I'll
take the Big Mac with the yeah. I'm gonna get it with the bread.
He's like, okay, all right, yeah, you made me.
No, but I do try to eat healthy and all of that stuff, and and support you and anything that you do. So make sure you guys are. Be a support system to those people that really need, your help. So with that being said,
and restaurants, get your together,
bro. Like put a little
give me
section
some
for the
keto options and some low carb options.
Like what doesn't you're gonna set yourself apart from the competition.
Yes,
because people that are really trying to eat healthy, they're gonna say, "I love going to the restaurant because it got healthy stuff." So think about that.
I just posted on our stories on Sunday. I went to Smoothie King and I got a chocolate keto champ. So it does nothing to my sugar. It does nothing to it.
Nothing, yeah. And you guess what? And you love going there to get that. So that they have a customer.
Yeah, and I drive out of the way down Del Prado. I'll grab it, and then I'm happily ever after.
Correct. So if you want a great shake, you go there.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I think that restaurant people should have It's not hard, guys.
No.
Come on, you're putting a menu together. Be creative. Make it happen.
That's right.
And we out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. We'll check you on the next one.
That's right.
Peace.